ladies, all the canning ladies, all the canning ladies, all the canning ladies, all the canning ladies. Now put your rings up. Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. We're having some fun today. Hey, I have a few answers to questions that I am getting about canning. I don't know if you've seen it, but my no video is going viral, and it's about canning. And some of you agree with what I'm saying, and there's a few of you that don't. Let me tell you something. What you do on your homestead and on your farm is your business. What you do in your kitchen and elsewhere in your home is also your business. So however you choose to homestead, farm, raise your family, where you choose to vacation, or how you choose to live is none of my business. When you come to my channel, however, and you watch my videos, I'm going to tell you what I recommend. I'm going to try to be as educational as I can, okay? This is with information that not only I was raised with, but what I do and what I've researched. So, you always need to do what works best for you. If you watch the video, you notice that I open up an older video, but it's very popular and I appreciate your views so much. It is about canning. It's about not just canning, but it's what you do once you're done canning. Let's go through a few of the questions and answers from me so you can make better decisions for you. Okay, so there's a lot of questions that come through about canning, and it's about after you have gone through the water bath process or the pressure canning process, what do you do? Once you have canned your item, I recommend, and most people recommend, you need to let the item sit and cool from anywhere from 12 to 24 hours. You're going to know if your lid seals. Now, what is your lid? It's this little doodad you put on top of the jar, okay, your canning jar. They come in different sizes. We're not going to go into deep details. This is what you need to seal on your canning jar, okay? Such as if you were going to make grape jelly. It's right on top of there, okay? Now, when you're canning the item, once you've put everything in the jar, you've put your lid on, you have to put a ring on it. Why? This is the number one question. Well, if you have to take the rings off, why'd you put the ring on to begin with? Well, honey, if you don't put a ring on it and you put it down in that water bath, the lid's going to float off, and all of that rich grape jelly or strawberry jam or whatever you have created is just going to float on out. So this is to keep the lid stationary down on top of your canning jar so that it will seal during the canning process. That's it. It just holds it in place. Now, after 12 or 24 hours, when it gets cool, you leave it on the counter and you check it and you see that it is sealed. And then it is time for you to then place it in your pantry, wherever you're going to do with it. You then take the ring off of it. Why? So that in a couple of days or in a month or in 3 months or whenever, if that seal is not a legitimate seal, the lid will naturally come loose on its own. If you leave these rings on it, first of all, they can rust. You can see right here, this one hasn't even been on anything, and you can see they can rust. It will rust. They can hold in some Funky Town, and then you would get a false seal because it's keeping that lid down tight, but it's not a legitimate seal. So you take them off so that you can see the actual lid itself and see if it's a true seal. Now you're looking at this and you're going, you got a ring on that, girl. Why you got a ring on that? What? You put a ring back on this if you are gifting this item, okay? So if you're going to be going to the bake sale, okay, if you're going to be going to church on Sunday and you're going to be meeting up with the ladies and taking a casserole, and you got to take a gift or whatever, you're going to put a clean ring back on this, and then you're going to tie your ribbon or have your little topper like I just had or whatever you're going to do. But the ring is simply a tool, an item so that your lid will actually seal to your canned good. Okay? And then you take them off. Now, some people in comments said they take them off, just like I said, and then they might put a different one that's dry and clean on it. Listen, I'm not going to argue with you. Y'all do what you want to do. But we don't do that here, and I don't do that, and I don't recommend it. And most really awesome canners that I know are going to tell you the same thing. You want to know if you have a false seal. Now, let's say you canned this grape jelly yesterday, and you went to it, in the next morning, and it hadn't sealed. What do you do with it? Well, I would recommend you put it in the refrigerator, and you try to eat it in the next couple of weeks. Or it depends on the item, okay? I don't like to recan goods and things like that. If it doesn't work the first time, guess what we're eating this week, people? That's my own safety precautions. You need to use the brain that God gave you when it comes to stuff like this. And another thing, please don't ever reuse your lids, okay? Do not do that, Jazz. That is no, 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 okay? I mean, if you do it, that's your business. But if you get sick, I told you. So once you open the jar and you've used this lid and then it's done with, use a new cannon lid, okay? It's really easy. We appreciate you watching. We hope you have learned something. And like I said, anytime you're watching YouTube, you're reading a blog, or you don't agree with something, if you want to put sugar in your cornbread, baby, if you want to use Young Living versus doTERRA, if you want to go out in the yard and argue with an anvil, baby, you go out there and you do it. But in terms of putting a ring on it, take it off once the seal is set, because it keeps you safe. We'll see you on the next video. Oh, 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 oh.